This thing will stay frozen for 6 hours. Has ice packs in the top and bottom.
Like
Yep,
six.
One of those. Exactly. 6 of those. Exactly.
Six of those will fit into one of them.
One of these. We also have a size that's about twice as big that holds 12 jars. This one will stay
12 jars.
This one's for the ballers out there who want to keep, want to show up to the party or want to show up to the event. All the terps want to, impress their friends. This one's for the practical people out there, but they both sell really well.
I'm very greedy, though. I'm very greedy. I have a hard time bringing any of my drugs, my medicine, I shouldn't call it drugs, my medicine out into public, because then people take it and smoke it, and then I'm like, I go home with nothing. I'm like, damn it, that didn't work out well.
Well, that's why we built, there's actually a place where you can put a lock on these to keep out unwanted.
There a hidden drawer underneath.
We thought of everything.
Hide mine underneath. I love it. So how does it work? I'm sure you come up in the question.
So in both the Terp Koozies, there's ice packs built into the top and bottom, and then there's also insulation on the other opposite side of those ice packs. We use neoprene to insulate, kind of like a beer koozie. So you pop this thing in the freezer. When you're ready to go, you take it out, load it up with your terps. The small ones stay frozen for 6 hours, but will stay cold all day. The big ones stay frozen for 10 hours, but will stay cold all day. And when I say cold all day, I mean colder than ambient temperature. And so it's really a great product if you're going to work with your terpenes and you want to keep, it's in the car, in your locker, and you want to keep them nice and fresh, trying to normalize where people
I know the pain. I've had my concentrates melt into my pocket, and I wish I had a Terp Koozie then, man. I was pissed. And
especially
what you're trying to save, right? That's what you're trying to prevent.
Absolutely. If you've ever smoked like your fine 6-star hash or even like fresh press, so in the hash kind of atmosphere or sphere, there's rosin, there's solventless, and there's solvent based, and we primarily focus on the solventless community, though the resins are welcome to be stored in a cold storage as well. But it's really important.
Your koozies they're not prejudiced. They're
not prejudiced. No, in fact, you can put whatever you want. You can put whatever you want. Right.
You want to keep condoms in there.
Or Ozempic. If you have your insulin, put your insulin in there.
Insulin in there, medicine, other types of medicine,
exactly.
Very multi-purpose.
It is.
And see, like our friend Katie, she said, Catherine, I'm sorry, says, I need this for Arkansas. That Arkansas heat. We have a lot of friends out in the Midwest and the West, and not up here where I am, where it's still 50 degrees and I'm freezing my ass off. But you guys, where it's actually warm and nice, these things would come in very handy. I see.
Yeah, we do really well
down here.
Yeah, Skunky, you too, bro. You live in Florida, man.
Right.
You get much
there
hotter.
You go, perfect.
Crying out loud. Terps
and it's only getting hotter.
Yeah. And right, with global warming, the world is just getting warmer. Florida's getting warmer. Except for the Poconos where I live. It just seems to skip right over us.
Right on. It's playing into our hand, So
waterproof. Catherine wants to know, are they waterproof?
The big ones are waterproof. You could put them in an ice chest or a cooler, bring them camping with you, bring them to the beach, keep your terps preserved even longer. And, kind of speaking on what we were talking about with the fresh press or your regular hash and your rosin, if it's left, the importance of the Terp Koozie is if it's left out in the heat, they oxidize, they off gas, and you're spending a lot of money on this product. And there's a lot of tech and there's a lot of effort that goes into manufacturing this type of, solventless extract. And, to keep it preserved is really to save yourself money in the end, and to preserve your investment that you've made in your hash. So,
right. So what he's saying for my friends that are a little slower, what he's saying is, yeah, Skunky, that's basically what I was trying to explain. I saw the look on your face. So what he's saying is when you leave the terps, when you leave your stuff open, you're just like your flower, it'll start to evaporate. You'll lose your terpenes, you'll lose your flavor, you'll lose all the good stuff.
Yes.
And with this now, you can keep it in there and you don't have to keep it open, and you don't
keep it cold.
That's right.
So there's a benefit to keeping your product cold.
Yeah, sure. We'll equate it to like wine. Sure, equate it to wine. You can keep your wine out on the counter and it's palatable, but you keep your nice wine in the temperature controlled wine cellar. It's very much similar to that.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right, let me get into some of these questions because maybe we can make a little sense of what I'm trying to do.
Beat my question, bro.
No, your question was number one question. I said that already.
Question of the year candidate.
For people see, we already did it. Now we're already messing up my questions. For people just discovering the Terp Koozie tonight, what exactly is a Terp Koozie and why do hash heads need one now? See, that was
sure. Yeah, and it was a great question.
Real quick recap because we just did that.
Real quick recap. Yeah, sure. So a Terp Koozie they're an injection molded durable case meant to keep your terps nice and cold. So we have two sizes. One keeps them frozen for 6 hours cold all day. One keeps them frozen for 10 hours cold all day. And it's really a matter of how many jars you're wanting to take. The smaller one's practical for most people. We have our guys out here who like to carry a variety of terps, and this is really great for them. Great for delivery drivers and stuff as well. If they're delivering out here.
Oh, yeah, like if you're a person that does delivering of medicine for people.
Exactly.
I gotcha. Very nice. I didn't even think about it. That's like your own little Papa John's bag there, but
yeah, right, exactly.
Shout out Papa John's while we're at it. There, might as well get the shout out. Anyway, what was the exact moment when you realized, yo, this product needs to exist? What happened to you? That's what it's got to be. You must have melted a whole shitload of something.
Sure, absolutely. So I'd say the last 5 years or so, we've experienced a hash boom here in Southern California, and maybe in the just in general in the nation, but specifically in Southern California, we've gone from maybe 10 basic brands to now we probably have over 100 brands here in California that are involved with solventless or rosin manufacturing. And seeing that in the dispensaries or being a hash consumer, it was really built out of necessity for myself. I was like, how can I bring this to the party? How can I bring this to my buddy's house and keep them nice and fresh, or keep my top tier hash preserved? And so
organized.
Organized. Sure, exactly.
Now, my issue here is that you live in Southern California or somewhere over in that beautiful state. I live over here in Pennsylvania, and we here don't get dabs or concentrates or hash for near the wonderful price that you guys. So I'm lucky to be walking around with one of them little containers. But
right.
You, I see where you can get. I've seen people on the West Coast getting grams for $8 and $7 and $10 and $12 a gram, and maybe even less if you were.
Wow.
And you could get them really cheap, but so I see the need more for where you're able to get those grams for a little cheaper than where I get them, because I'm paying like $50 to $60 a gram.
Yeah, you're paying for the shipping.
Yeah, I ain't got the money to buy 6 of them things, man.
Right. Well, yeah, I got you.
I see 6.
I don't know.
Ready to throw. Cool. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Greg, after 22 years in cannabis, what made this the project you decided to go all in on?
Sure. So the majority of my, cannabis career had been in cultivation. I set up a lot of the, as you said, METRC compliant facilities here in Southern California. And METRC is our kind of regulatory framework that came about with Prop 64 and when we became recreational. And so I had a business doing cultivation, sold that in 2023, and really just wanted to get into something new, or like I said, it was really built out of necessity, but having this time and the experience, and the knowledge, the reputation, the knowledge, the reputation also in this space really goes a long way. Helped kickstart this career or this product, and we've been riding the momentum ever since. It's been really fun.
Our friend Skyler, always a good time. Skyler, that's what we call him. Good time, Skyler. He says, Terp, Y'all are lovely. I'm in the Ozarks of Missouri, I guess that is. If you do any vending at festivals, some good ones in central states. Okay. And then he said, what inspired y'all to invent this amazing accomplishment? We basically
we covered that. Yeah. I mean, we love hash. We know the effort that's put into the manufacturing of this stuff. And seeing kind of the background or the ins and outs of how hash makes it to a dispensary, and there's distribution channels that might not keep this product cold, or temperature controlled. So in the end, what we're trying to do is preserve what those extract artists are making off the press or off their heat presses where they're manufacturing it to when the consumer brings it home. We're just at least trying to create some sort of cold chain in this cold storage.
Even the idea, I mean, I don't know how they allow it to be delivered. We don't have that accessibility here in Pennsylvania. But I mean, do they allow you to open up people's packages and separate them and put them in, like, let me grab this dude's gram and this dude's gram and this, and put them into the car in the back and keep them cool in a koozie, a Terp Koozie? Or is that kind of, I don't know.
So for the most part, I guess, we cater to the recreational market where a lot of people.
I'm not into that either. Yeah, it's recreational. I forget about that because we're not recreational here either.
Yeah, so the jars are somewhat standardized, but we also didn't want to make a case that kept you with one size jar, because there are square jars out there. There's kind of larger and more squatty jars out there. You could store them all. I was
looking at your website earlier, and I swear I saw one that looked like a suitcase.
Sure. Yeah.
It was you could bring into the airport and drag behind you, and you could have somebody.
They are TSA compliant.
They are TSA compliant. Not that we recommend it, but we've had some people fly home, with their stuff nice and intact and preserved. So, yeah.
All right, Jackie, you ready? I got one for you, girl. You ready?
All right, let's hear it.
What did you first think when Greg explained the Terp Koozie idea to you? What was your thoughts? Like,
I mean, honestly, it made sense because he did make it for himself. We were traveling with a basically makeshift koozie to travel, on the go and
everywhere,
little road trips and stuff. So it was for personal consumption, and then it just grew into what it is now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Did you guys ever imagine the cannabis community would embrace this product this fast?
No, I thought that they would catch on, and I knew that there was a need, but I feel like because there really we don't have too much competition. I know that there's some there's no competition actually.
No, there's tons of competition. You don't want to get involved. You don't even want to get involved in this business. It's crazy.
That's right. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, exactly.
Leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
But the ones that we have are soft pouches and aren't very sturdy and are like, they take apart the ice packs, and ours are built in, so they're definitely more durable.
And it fits with the culture of, you have I guess, heady kids that have their glass inside a Pelican case.
I resemble that remark. Are you calling me fat?
Yeah.
Did you just call me fat? Heavy kids. I resemble that remark. Oh, he does. Anyway, moving on. Why is keeping concentrates cold actually important? Can you explain that to some of our friends?
Sure. I guess to put it simply, if you were to consider it like gas in a car, when you smell your terpenes, when you smell your hash, if you smell it, it's actually off-gassing. I rather personally have that gas go into my lungs than out into the atmosphere. Enough of that off-gassing eventually oxidizes your product, and it degrades it, over time. It might take a while for you to see it in some forms of rosin, but you definitely see it really fast with fresh press, and it happens, and just the fact that it happens, there's a desire and a need to keep that to your lungs. It's to help you medicate.
To make it not happen. You don't want to lose it. So now there's your goal to figure out how to keep it and get it all to the place that it needs to be.
Sure.
And keep the most flavor too.
Right. The flavors are the better. So you're saying that I probably shouldn't just sit here with a gram of dabs laying over here on the counter, just wide open all day, 24 hours?
All day, no. It's not recommended. In fact, on a lot of our packaging out here in California, I can speak specifically. We have instructions on our rosin packaging where it'll say, store in your freezer, dab at low temperatures, and kind of gives a range of temperatures to dab in. But always wanting to store it in a freezer. And at these labs, they store their products in freezers, and so it's just kind of trying to
so when I go to I'm sorry, not to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
When I go into my medical dispensary, you're telling me that all this stuff, these concentrates, and now we're talking all types of concentrates, right?
Right.
We're not like anything that Skunky is doing over there in Florida, anything that I'm doing up here in Pennsylvania, anything that anybody out there, all the same type of concentrates, some good, some bad, I'm sure, but they all keep them in the freezer until they get put out to me on the other side of the counter.
Yeah, they should be stored in at least a refrigerator, but a freezer, you'll see that's where they'll have the concentrate section.
Wait till I go to my dispensary this week.
I agree.
Yeah, they're in for it.
That's interesting, man. I would have never thought of that. Huh.
I have never gotten a cold container of concentrates. They're always
Well, you don't know. You can't actually touch yours. It's in a packaging.
Well, but the container is glass. Like the bottom of this is glass. See, so it would be cold. It would be cold.
Yeah.
But when I get home, and I mean it's only a couple minute ride, but even before I get home, I open up my container in the car or whatever to check and make sure that it's
check it out. Yeah.
Appropriate. Make sure it's a gram and not a.
Well, it's illegal.
Don't
you better just watch it. You're telling on yourself.
Rat myself out. What the hash and terps when people store them wrong? I guess we kind of were just talking about that. What happens to hash and terps when they're stored wrong?
Yeah, they'll dry out. They'll become flaky. You'll get more of a flat. It affects the effect. The flavor.
That's what I get from my dispensary on a regular now. That's what I get on a regular from my dispensary.
Yeah, if you ever get
you should stop.
Dry, yeah, if you're ever getting any kind of concentrate that looks dry and not, a lot of terpenes have oil content to them. I mean, that looks good. Yeah,
that looks pretty good.
Yeah,
it's not horrible. It's not horrible.
No. Exactly.
I spent a little extra this week though, because I was feeling a little wealthy. Yeah, I was showing off. I was like showing off. I said, I got an extra 20 this week. I'm going to get a bigger jar a day. But it's probably, the thing that I have an issue with is relabeling and changing dates and all that kind of stuff. I'm very sus. Moving on. Can the average smoker actually taste the difference when terps are preserved properly?
The average smoker, that's a good question. I'd say the average smoker should be educated on the importance of keeping their terps cold.
You're educating
it might
us
be a little
right
harsher.
Yeah.
It might not be as smooth and as flavorful. It would have to be like a back-to-back difference for you to really tell, but there is a difference.
Yeah. And it is important. Over time, you could definitely tell. If you were to leave your jar out for, let's say,
like
3
to
to
4
days.
If you smoked out of mine and then you smoked out of yours, you'd be able to tell.
There's probably a difference. Maybe a little bit of a difference.
Well, mine has a little layer of dust from the ceiling and stuff that collects on there overnight when I'm snoring in here. And then, Skunky, you got any questions, bro?
I do.
Go for it.
All right. So if your concentrates or hash are cold, does that also make it a smoother hit?
Sure. It doesn't really affect the hit of it per se, because even though you want to store it cold, the idea is to store it cold. It's not like
putting ice in a bong and then
that's what I was getting at.
Exactly. Because a lot of these, there's all these devices out there, Puffcos or Dr. Dabbers. You have these e-rigs, then you have your traditional dabbing with a torch and a banger and stuff. I'd say once it's heated, it's heated, but it's always good, it will always taste better if it was preserved than if it wasn't. Just a side-by-side taste test.
I mean, the things are, here's the secrets. You want it to be fresh. You want it to be right. You want it to be refrigerated and kept properly. Everything you can do to make it taste the best that it tastes. If you remember, one of our guests, I don't remember who, one of our intelligent, brilliant guests told us that marijuana should be beautiful and taste amazing, and you shouldn't even cough off of it. You should be able to take a hit and there should be no coughing. I mean, I know the old saying, you cough, you don't get
results may vary.
That one too, but if you don't cough, you don't get off, but that's not necessarily true. Just like you don't need to hold it in for 45 minutes, just take it in and let it right back out.
I believe that.
Yeah, you don't have to hold it. All right, let's do one or two more real quick, and then we got to do commercials because time is flying by.
Right.
What are the biggest mistakes hash lovers make with storage? What are some of the biggest mistakes?
They feel like there's not a big difference between storing it
and you both, Cherry,
bringing it in a car or having it be hot, and they feel like it's fine. It might change consistency, but ultimately the misconception is the smoke is exactly the same. It doesn't matter. If it's been out for a few days or if it's really nice and melty, it's exactly the same. And that's just wrong. That's a misconception out here in the hash world for sure.
All right. And for beginners, what exactly are terpenes and why should people care?
Sure. Terpenes are the flavor, I guess, profile, the flavonoids to the plant. And when you do a solventless extract, those terpenes are nice and preserved. A lot of the times through ice water extraction or through dry ice or static extraction. And when those terpenes are nice and preserved, you get the natural expression of that plant. And so that smell that you get from the flower, you could really get a bold flavor when you smoke a nicely done extract of maybe that same flower.
Very nice. Our meteorologist Cherry Hayes is here. She overslept over here. She was up early doing the weather this morning.
She was.
She lives in Arizona. I don't know what this IKYKY is, but
if you know, homie. Yeah. Come on now.
Oh, I'm old, man.
I thought you was a hippie.
Doesn't mean I speak sign language or whatever the hell that is. But how does it hold up to our heat at 119 degrees in Arizona?
Sure. I mean, they hold up well because they're insulated in 3 millimeters of neoprene. And then also, there's ice packs on the top and bottom. Even when those ice packs melt, they also help insulate your product or insulate what's inside. They keep
it all drippy. Does it get all drippy when it starts to warm up? Am I gonna have drippy shit dripping in my drips down
there?
No,
then that's a good question. So the inside is all lined in a condensation resistant fabric, so to say. So it keeps that moisture away from your product.
Can you show us again the inside, maybe of the bigger one? Do you have the bigger one open?
Bigger one, I got you. Yeah, so the fabric on the inside this one has a black fabric. We have also some limited edition with purple fabric on the inside. But just to clean it up, it's really condensation resistant. There will be maybe moisture buildup underneath it, but it'll never come to the surface, and it'll keep your product nice and dry.
And then when you just take that whole kit and caboodle. You take your terps out, obviously, or no?
Yeah, sure. You can keep them in there, like having.
You can just put them in there and then freeze it overnight, and then when you take it out,
perfect. Yep, you can do it that way, or if you have more terps than fit, and you're just planning on bringing maybe a certain type, you can load it up after it's been frozen and do the same thing. Yep.
$499.99 for the big one, $399.99 for the smaller one. How much?
Basically, yeah, we'll take it. No, so the small one is $40, the big one is $80, and
so 40,
yeah, 80. And which is pretty
not bad for a lifetime of quality terps. I think it's a small price to pay to be able to have a fresh batch of terps at all times. The phones are on hold right now. Everybody start calling in. I feel like, what's that dude? Richard Little or whatever his name is in the telephone.
Richard Little.
Richard Little.
What are you talking about here? We ain't got nobody to call.
muscular dystrophy. Forget it.
You're one of Jerry's kids.
Jerry, name Jerry's kids.
Got you.
Forget it. Just forget it. The joke went bad.
You know I will.
All right. We're going to take a break because Skunky's going to start twitching any minute now because he hasn't had any medicine in the last.
No, I've been smoking this one here. What do you think?
You got that. Kush. I see it. All right. We'll be right back, guys. Thank you so much. Stick around. We'll be right back with Terp Koozies. Terp Koozie.
Sure.
Greg.
Attention, cultivators and processors. If you're serious about quality, you don't guess, you test. And when it comes to testing in Oklahoma, there's only one name setting the bar higher than everyone else. That's Greenleaf Labs. OMMA licensed, PJLA accredited, trusted by patients who do it right. We're talking fast results, accurate data, defensible testing you can stand behind. No shortcuts, no funny numbers, no games. Just real results every single time. Whether you're growing it, processing it, or putting your name on it, Greenleaf Labs has you covered. They're not just another lab. They're your partner in quality, compliance, and doing it the right way. Greenleaf Labs, where quality gets proven.
Nugs of many sizes, munchies, trippy friends, and stash jars are some of the gifts you'll find here at LoveNugbuds.com for a unique gift for your 420 friend. Love Nug Buds will have what you want in the end.
All right. Listen up, you dirty hippies. Have you ever stepped out of the shower, still felt like you wrestled a skunk, lost, and then rolled around in a pizza box? Yeah, that's because you ain't using Seed Squatch soap. Out deep in the misty forest where the pine trees are tall and the air is fresh, the legend of the Seed Squatch roams free. That big hairy legend figured something out a long, long time ago. If you're going to smell like a beast, you might as well smell like a good one. Seed Squatch soap is packed with Bigfoot-level scents like Thunder Fang Pineapple, Chocolate Banana Mountain King, Squatch's Secret Gardenia, and Wild Blade Lemongrass. These aren't your grandma's soap bars, man. These are rugged, legendary, forest-focused, scented bombs designed to turn your shower into a rock concert for your nose. Every bar is crafted for the wild ones, the rebels, the stoners, the legends. So when you step out of that shower, you don't smell like regret and yesterday's burrito. You smell like a mystical forest rock god. That's right. So do yourself a favor. Wash your hairy ass the legend way. Get yourself some Seed Squatch soap, because life is too short to smell like a regular human. Seed Squatch soap. Clean like a legend, smell like a myth.
Are you searching for affordable products and great rosin? Well, look no further. Whether you're keeping it simple or going all out, we've got you covered. Sunny's for everyday deals, and Hash RX for that premium fire. Sunny's keeps your stash affordable, giving you value every single day. When you want the best, Hash RX. Oklahoma's premium live rosin. No solvents, no shortcuts. Affordable or premium, the choice is yours. Find us at Oklahoma dispensaries.
Welcome to the shop where the colors come alive. Collectors dream and memories shine like fireworks in the sky. Stacked to the ceiling with stories in light. Magic in the air when the toys play at night. Robots spinning, Game Boys flashing, action figures strike a pose. Barbie's got her sunglasses on, G.I. Joe's in hero mode. Arcade lights and vintage signs, glowing warm and bright. Everybody smiles when the toys play at night. into the wonder when the toys play at night.
Sorry. I forgot to put us. Oh, look, Skunky.
And we're back.
We're
Can't hear
back.
you.
Welcome back. You can't hear. Oh, jump out. Jump out. You can't hear us.
We can't
Somebody
hear you.
We can't hear you.
Write in the chat, please, somebody. Skunky, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can they
I can
hear?
hear you.
I can't hear him.
You can't hear either of us? Ask them if they can hear you.
Can you hear me?
We
I
hear
can
you,
hear
Skunky.
you,
Yeah,
yeah.
we hear you.
All right, tell them to jump out and jump back in.
He said jump out and jump back in, please.
All right, we got you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
What I said. You're cursed.
Give me some nuts, baby.
Hey,
What? What?
I forgot now.
No, all the way out. All the way out, guys. Like leave and come back.
They did.
No, they're not. They're still down.
Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, I guess they did.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello?
Hello?
And now we hear you. There we go.
Yay.
Hey.
Works every time almost.
It's such a pain in the ass. I'm really gonna write to them tomorrow. I gotta
Usually it's the third time's a charm.
Skunky, remind me. Oh, thank you.
It looked like you were saying
Right.
some important stuff too. We just couldn't hear
I
you.
was saying, jump out, jump back in, jump out, and jump back in, jump out, and jump back. But it doesn't work. I can hear. Thank you. Thank goodness, Hannah.
Oh.
And now T-Bro, finally. Jump out and jump back in. Thank you, sir. Right. Moving on. How much testing went into getting the design right? And oh, by the way, our friend Cherry said she should she be keeping her concentrates, and we went so fast, so much.
Yeah.
In the freezer on a regular.
Had she not overslept, she would already know that.
She should be keeping it in the freezer on a regular. I could say
in
yeah.
the freezer, absolutely. The general recommendation is keep it in the
Love you,
freezer.
Cherry.
Bring it out, let it kind of get room temp, just so you don't get condensation building up on your concentrate. Open it up, then take a dab. That's kind of like the long instructions what you should be doing.
A lot of work.
It is a lot of work. It's hard to be patient.
My room is all the way on this end of the house. Freezer's all the way on the other end of the house. I want to go take a dab. I'm going to be like, all right, everybody, you got to hold on, radio. I'm done. I'm going.
Oh, yeah, you put yours in your koozie and be right there, bro.
Yeah.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah, you need one.
Contemplating getting myself a koozie so I can
Hey,
keep everything nice and cold over here.
makes
Yes.
sense.
Moving on. So how much testing did we say went into
Absolutely.
the
Yeah,
design?
no, good question. So when I first started the idea, we thought maybe we could 3D print these, but
I was going to ask if they were 3D printed because they kind of got that pretty 3D look to them, but not.
They do. They do, but they're all actually, believe it or not, they're all injection molded ABS plastic, and that's for durability. And when we tried to do a 3D printed version, the freezing and thawing would make the plastic brittle, and it just wasn't something that the quality wasn't there.
And shrink? Did it expand and shrink when it got cold and stuff?
That and moisture particles. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Our friend Sean MacArthur is here. Wagwan Sean, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. What makes Terp Koozies different from somebody just throwing jars into a cooler or a lunch bag?
Sure. So these are purpose built for your concentrates. They have the ice packs built into the top and bottom. It's not going to be like technically, could you get a gel pack and throw it in a Ziploc bag with your terps and go out and about and kind of have a similar effect? Sure. But it's not going to have,
you're not going to have the stability. You're not going to have the stability that you get with a Terp Koozie. I feel like once your jars are in there, they're not sliding around. They're not, I mean, as long as you hold it in the right direction, they're cold. You're not going to have that tippage, that spillage, that leakage, that's spoilage of our quality medicine.
Yep. Sorry. And so far, like it's just been a blessing. The cooling from the top and bottom really has made a difference as far as keeping the products inside nice and preserved.
I see it. I see the vision. I see it. I really do. What's the craziest place someone has told you they brought their Terp Koozie so far, I guess?
Craziest place. Well, I know we've sold some to like India and Italy. We've sold out of the country, which has been really cool. Which made, to me, that's crazy that they found us and we've connected to be able to make those sales.
Michigan.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
amazing.
Michigan. Well, you could go. You take it.
Oh, well, I was just going to say someone actually bought a Terp Koozie from our event here in Southern California. They froze it and they took it through TSA and went to Michigan, I believe. And
it was Alabama.
Oh, Alabama.
Alabama, same thing.
To us Californians, honestly, everything past Nevada is...
Yeah, you don't even care. We don't even know.
They had a long trek, and when they got home, their terps were still cold. And so it was awesome. Yeah. So we love.
Now we here at Terp Koozie and WTHC Radio do not recommend taking your terps on the airplane.
No, of course not.
We are not saying go through TSA with them and you're going to get away with anything. That's on your own.
I would recommend taking them on a car trip with you.
I recommend you keister them until you get
legal state to legal state.
Now you can keep them in this thing. I forget Terp Koozie. Bonehead.
Bro, bonehead. What is the... Oh, wait, hold on.
Damn.
Do you have a funny customer story yet? Any funny customer stories yet?
Nothing. We've been so blessed that everything's been nice and smooth.
Nothing. How do you get funny stories when everything works perfectly?
It's been great. We kind of like a interesting story, I guess, is that 2 weeks ago we were part of a hash tasting tournament. We had a small team of 4 people, and actually a member of Team Terp Koozie won the whole event, took home $3,000 and $3,000 in prizes. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's good. That's amazing. Cool.
Put a good team together.
Nice. How important was style and appearance when the design, and how exciting was that when it all started coming together and you were starting to get the prototypes and stuff and you were like testing it all out? That must have been amazing. How important was style and appearance when designing the product?
Absolutely. As we mentioned before, it kind of goes with the Pelican case. And I'm a glass collector going back about 22 to 25 years. And I have rooms full of these Pelican cases. I love my glass. And so to come out with something that really, it fits the culture so well. It just fits right in. We see them at events all the time, which is such a cool feeling.
Most importantly, to know if you've heard the Mexican restaurant Alberto's in Southern California.
Alberto's, fine Mexican foods. I've been there.
There's like 15 Alberto's, I want to say.
Alberto is more than 15 Alberto's.
Yeah. No, there's Alberto's number 1, Alberto's number 2.
Alberto's on 15th and 18th and 37th and the 101. Anyway, go ahead.
We were stoked when we came out with this final design. It was small enough to hold your 6-pack, which we thought was like a good
number,
a good intro kind of size. And then from there we were asked, can you make bigger ones, smaller ones? Can you make different colors? We've done limited editions where you won't be able to see it so much probably on the camera, but this one has like a crushed opal effect sparkle to it. And we sold out of them. We brought them back. We're selling out of them again. It's just really cool to see which colors people kind of gravitate towards. It's different than maybe what I would personally gravitate towards, but it's been really neat to see.
But everybody has their own tastes, and
exactly.
You have male and females who want theirs pink, or men who might want theirs red or blue or pink.
Right, because it matters so much what color it is making it cold.
It matters to me, bro.
I knew you were going to say that.
How did you expect the hash community to become this loyal to the brand already? That's basically the same question as before, wasn't it?
It's been a blessing, is all I could say. We only have gratitude, and this whole brand has been built on word of mouth. We haven't spent a dime on advertising, and so just from honestly the bottom of my heart, like everyone's support has been paramount to doing what we've been able to do. It's been really incredible.
He's still over here talking about the freaking Mexican.
Yeah.
You're making me hungry over here, T-Bro. Knock it off.
Yeah, not for that.
Opal is so pretty.
Thank you.
So let me go on. What reactions do you get at events and conventions when people first see them?
They're blown away. They're almost like shocked. Like, why didn't I think of this? Or
I kind of feel the same way. Like, I'm a dumbass, man, and I could have had a
like it seems so simple. Like,
or they show us their makeshift one that they have,
I've
and
been
then
doing
they
this for
buy one from
years.
us, and like we need to use this one instead.
Yeah,
I see it.
It's all been like, overwhelmingly positive from the side of the manufacturers of the rosin who see us as an ally, keeping their product nice and cold, to even the events that we've been a part of where it's just been an enriching experience. So
All the, like all those hash places and those rosin places, they're all going to be like, oh, these guys are the saviors. They're going to be
absolutely
saving
right.
our
It helps
liquor
everyone.
when it's 100 degrees outside and that shit's sliding all over the place.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys are geniuses. I'm so pissed.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Damn it. Anyway,
You know what about hash?
how much has the hash culture changed over the last 10 years? Can you give me
So we'd say maybe in like 2016 it really like started to come about in its infancy. It started to really make an impact here in Southern California, and then like I said, 10 years you started to see maybe some solventless, but it was mostly BHO, mostly solvent based product. And now in the last 5 years we've seen a shift to where maybe you kind of mentioned the cheaper stuff we have here, the $10 to $15 stuff is all your solvent based, your BHO kind of product, where then your solventless product goes from anywhere from $30 to $80 a gram in the dispensaries, and has become this like showstopper.
They don't tell you that when they're like, oh, I got this gram for $12. You didn't tell me you got a gram of shit for $12.
Yeah, I mean, you get what you pay for. That's true.
Yeah, exactly, and that's been the truth. So when you buy an ounce of flour for $30, that's probably not good stuff.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah. Hey, to each your own, right? If it works for you, it works for you.
It works for you, right? You're right. You're 100%
Well,
right.
wait,
Go ahead. Bud.
Let's go back a little farther to when me and my buddy were fishing off of the dock, and we would break off a chunk of hash. He kept in aluminum foil and smoked it out of a bowl. What's the difference between that and now, I guess?
Sure. So that version of hash is maybe it's a more crude, more stable, like your brick style hash. Like your old, the more of your traditional style hash is what I'd call that. Now we have refined hash called rosin, and it's just they take out a lot of the organic material, and what you're left with is a whole heap of your trichromes essentially, and it's like honey. It's like the honey of the plant.
So what he's saying, Skunky, just so I can explain it a little better, maybe.
Okay.
There's no more plant product in it. Back in the day, there was a lot of. It was like resin and keef, and you kind of like just.
Yeah, it seemed like it was just pressed really hard to me.
Right.
It would just come a chunk and hell.
And now
we get plenty high from it. We'd catch fish. Yeah.
Oh, I used to love hash oil. Did you guys ever get to try hash oil?
Yeah. Well, talking to just speak
back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, I used to love that shit, man.
Yeah. So this would be similar to hash oil, or to speak to what Skunky was talking
People
about.
may remember that.
If you took that brick hash that you kind of smoked, what they have, they take heat and pressure to something similar to that, and it squeezes out the honey. And what you're left with is a product that's about this color, this consistency. And it's a dabbable product, so you vaporize it a lot of the time, or make hash holes, right, as we were talking about on the break. But it's a more refined version of what you were smoking.
Right. Yeah.
I'm breaking stuff, so hold on.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Skunky, go ahead. Ask another question.
Well, man, he kind of took my one question I had.
All right, I'm okay.
I want to know. I was going to ask you how y'all advertise, but you said you didn't do any. So
it's been a blessing, man. It's been something where
blew my mind.
This is my little press. I haven't used it yet. Tell me about it. What should I do? It only does like maybe an eighth, I think. If I'm lucky, I could probably get it.
Right. So
then do an eighth.
And then that's going to give me what you guys got there, right? That kind of rosin.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. It'll probably be, you have these labs that are set up, so it'll be a form of that type of rosin, but it'll be the same, essentially. But yeah, it's going back to kind of where rosin started. People actually used hair straighteners originally. They take a hair straightener, press the shit out of there.
I just recommended that today.
Yeah, so that was like the early forms of rosin, and now they've taken that and they've mixed it with technology, and they've come out with more efficient ways to squeeze every ounce of that beautiful honey out of the plant.
Yeah. We used to watch that. We called that what did we call that? Plant porn, I think. We would watch them crushing the buds, and they would just ooze out
that gold. Yeah,
so nice. For hours just watching it pour out. And that's what this thing will do, right? I still haven't used it.
That is what that will think. Yeah, exactly. That's
I gotta get the balls to try it. I think I'm just nervous. I've never done it before, so I'm a little nervous. What kind of hash do you guys personally love most? What kind of hash do you guys?
What kind of hash do you love?
Well, like brands, iPoppy is definitely.
I've heard of iPoppy. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What about flavor? What flavors do you like?
Flavor, I probably like papaya. Papaya is like a sweet, fruity. That's one of my favorites. Or Z terps also kind of taste like Skittles.
Yeah,
like the white end of Skittles.
We know, like we said, we mostly smoke rosin, and we'll smoke just like more of a high, like a really nice. We smoke a high grade form of the rosin, and it's we feel spoiled out here in Southern California to have all of these options. Like I said, there's over 100 brands, and it's so competitive that kind of helps the prices a little bit, but it also helps the quality so much. The quality is just, it's like, I could do better than you, that
you guys use rigs, or do you use
we use the rigs. We use like, this is a Dr. Dabber. So this is something that's like an electronic rig. This thing's pretty massive. There's also Puffcos, which are fairly a little bit smaller. Those are great products as well.
What do you like? You don't bring that big mamma jam.
Right. What do you use on the road?
Well, we'll bring the little Puffco. The thing I like about Puffcos when it comes to taking a dab is the temperature. You can control the temperature to exactly what you want it to be. When you're taking a dab with the torch, even if you have your little infrared thermometer, there's some user error that could be in there, right?
That's what scares me about the whole situation. So, I'm still nectar collecting because I feel as though I just, for the price, I can't afford to waste, and for me to be putting in a big dab and not knowing what I'm doing and dropping in half of my gram into there, and I'm sure I'll get a great hit, but I'll be broke as a mother trucker. No medicine, so I nectar collect mine at a medium pace.
Awesome.
And
so that's similar. Nectar collectors, exactly. It's very similar to like a Puffco. It's just
my question is back in the day when, like, I guess, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, I guess, maybe a little less. I used to take a dab or two, and I would get the dab sweats. I'd be sweating, sitting in my underwear, thinking that I was doing crack or something. The way
you probably were doing crack. Maybe underwear.
Right. But you know what I mean. And now I just don't feel like, am I doing something the different stuff? Maybe I'm not doing the right stuff, and I'm not getting those dab sweats and that
maybe build up
high that I used to get, or maybe I built up a tolerance.
Yeah, it could be your tolerance. If you take what we call a hot dab, so on if your temperature is really high, you'll probably get those sweats again. It'll expand so much in your lungs, you'll be fighting for your breath. It's
well, it could be that I'm buying shit too. I'm always trying to save $1 here, so I'm buying the stuff that's on sale, and I'm probably not getting the quality. Everything is quality enough as far as I'm concerned. It says, it's not gas station stuff, so it makes me happy.
There you go. Perfect.
I don't want that gas station shit that they're selling out everywhere,
Right.
But, so when I look up my medicine, it's always like, it could be better, but it'll do. And I'm like, all right.
Right.
If it gets you by like that.
I ain't got extra hundreds of dollars to buy a gram of dabs. I own a radio station. I don't got any money, bro. More than I make, that's for sure. Genuinely passionate about cannabis culture. Why is this community so important to you guys?
So for me personally, I've been in cannabis, in the professional side of cannabis for longer than I haven't. I'm 40 years old. I've been in it for 22 years, and I grew up in it. I started also prior to even being a professional in the industry. I had family who had ties to the glass scene. And so I kind of grew up around.
Do you know any blowers? I need a blower. I want to do an interview with a glass blower.
Have you heard of the company, and this is around your time, too, Graphics? They made these acrylic.
Oh, yeah, I remember Graphics.
Yeah, so my uncle owned Graphics back in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Really?
And then owned a couple other production glass companies along the way and retired with that, but took me to trade shows at a young age. And so I grew up with the hash culture. I grew up with the smoking culture. I grew up as this being like my second family.
Family,
I embraced it. Yeah.
Absolutely. We got to go a little quicker here. I'm running out of time. What's been the most rewarding moment since what are you laughing about, bro? I'm trying to read.
Well, we got to let him answer.
No, I don't know. I was just saying for the next question. Oh, I didn't even let Jackie answer. I'm sorry, Jackie. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. I've been smoking cannabis since I was 16, and so I've also been in like dispensaries and stuff, dispensaries. So it's been really fun, and yeah, I just love cannabis. And
in the dispensary, were you a bud tender, or did you work?
I was a bud tender, and I was a manager. I was in charge of the delivery department, and so.
I'm sure you got some stories. We'd love to hear some of them stories. I know about
do both of you smoke it medicinally or whatever it is?
Medicinally.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess
medicinally and recreationally.
Yeah, I do both.
But listen, I don't. I just smoke it to get high.
When the cops come, it's medically. When they're not.
If it helps me, great. I appreciate it.
How important is it for cannabis businesses to stay authentic and community driven?
Absolutely. I found through this business in particular that authenticity and integrity, really helps propel the business forward. And a lot of the community can smell you out. They could tell if you're faking the funk or if you're coming with the real shit. And it's been there's a lot of people that just want to be in this green rush, or that want to be a part of it to be a part of it, and that's cool. We need more people involved, and we need more innovation.
We're not going to kick you out. Let's stop acting like
exactly. I know everyone's welcome. It's just there for me personally, it's just this is what I all my blood, sweat, and tears have gone into cannabis for such a long time, and this is a place that I want to leave better, having been a part of it.
Have fans and customers help?
Dude, I believe you to be very knowledgeable.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. You taught me a lot.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
Fans and customers help shape the direction of the company already?
Yeah, and that's another, point to your last question too, as far as authenticity or even like community outreach or being a part of the community, is that so all these Terp Koozies are actually made in-house. They're hand built by Jackie and I. They're not made in a factory. We don't just
they're not coming in or something. I was going to ask you about tariffs. Have they affected you in any way?
Not so much. So the shells themselves are made overseas, but it's such a minimal cost that it really hasn't affected too much. But because we're able to make them in-house, we do get a lot of feedback from our customers, and so we make them batch by batch, and every batch we make a little tweak in there, and they're constantly getting better and better, and we like it like that. We like to
it gives you
hear what our customers
to
want.
personalize it as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get to know your customers. You can personalize them next time if they ever have to buy a second.
And you know what's going out.
Right. And we're not stuck in our perspective of like, this is the way it should be. It's like, okay, this is what, our customers are wanting. Let's kind of try something in that direction and see if it sticks.
Thank you, T, bro. Although you're talking about Mexican food the whole show.
Right, I'm hungry too, bro.
I am now. I want beans and rice, damn it.
I'm going to the Taco Bell.
What does being hash heads through and through really mean to you guys?
It means supporting other
Can I be a hash head? I want to be a hash head.
Everyone's welcome to be a hash head. Everyone's welcome in this community. Someone who's in, so if I were to describe myself as a hash head through and through, which I might, which is funny you say that. It's the way I see it is that I was brought into this community as someone who was a sponge and someone who was really willing to listen and take in my experiences. And so what the Terp Koozie is and who I am right now is just a culmination of my experiences here in the community, the cannabis community specifically, over the last decade or so, the hash community. And that's where I've really found a home. That's my family. So I love it.
Adam says he loves that sticky black hash.
There you go. Way to go, Adam.
Me too. I like hash, whatever flavor and color.
Yeah, hey, if you get it, smoke it if you got
it. Hash, yeah. What has been the hardest challenge so far for starting Terp Koozies? What's been the hardest challenge?
Yep. So not getting ahead of myself, and also not letting people's negative criticism deter the direction that I'm going. Believing in myself and what I'm doing, but also not going to every shop and overselling what I'm doing and not being able to fulfill those orders. I believe I've been methodical in the Terp Koozie, and I've been intentional, and it just paid dividends. And so we're on track we're just on this steady incline, and we're just going to ride this train. It's been fun.
Riding that train.
That's right.
Wrong song. What advice would you give to somebody trying to build their own cannabis related business? I'm listening. So
sure. Yeah. There's a bunch of workshops out there. There's a bunch of trade shows or events that you can go to just knowledge is power, right? And the more knowledgeable you could be in this space, I believe the more influential you could be and the more impactful you could be, the more you're able to sell yourself. It's a really competitive space to be in. And so the more you could differentiate yourself as being, someone who could bring positivity to this community, I think that's what just benefit.
That's the secret. Yep. If you want to stick around, bring positive to the industry, not negative. You ain't going to be around very long. You keep bringing that negative stuff, and that's those people bringing the fake shit and Delta 8 and all that crap. And
no, you got it. Absolutely.
Anyway, what's next for Terp Koozies? Any future products or surprises?
Yeah, sure. So we're working on a Bluetooth temperature enabled Terp Koozie XL. So you could track the temperature of your Terp Koozies on your phone, see the temperature of your hash in real time or over the last week, make sure everything is proper.
Skunky,
that's the direction everything's going in.
Yeah, throw a speaker in that bad boy too.
You can listen to WTHC Radio while you're Terp.
Right.
But I was going to say that's transparency, Skunky. Transparent.
Bro, we're playing with puppets. We ain't transparent. Come on.
If somebody's watching tonight and they're serious about protecting their terps, why should they grab a Terp Koozie right now? And the lines are open.
So we are the #1 in concentrate storage and preservation. And so if you really care about your hash, if you care about what you're smoking, if you want to protect your investment, a Terp Koozie is the only way you could do that. There are other products out there, but nothing compares to the performance that a Terp Koozie will be.
Nothing compares.
That's right.
Very cool.
All right, a couple more. What do customers usually say after they start using one? What's the feedback?
I love it.
Yeah, and some the fun one is I didn't want to like this. I didn't think it was gonna do what you said it was gonna do. I was very doubtful. Holy shit, my mind is blown. Stuff like that like really makes my day. And we get a lot.
That's what I thought when we started, but you've changed my mind.
If you can put Humboldt terpene flavors, yum.
Yep.
Right.
Humboldt has some of the Northern California.
There's a store in Florida. I'm pretty sure it's called the Terpene Store or something to that effect, and you can actually buy any terpenes you want for your add to anything to make it more your style. Where can everybody watching tonight order your products and follow you online?
Absolutely, www.terpkoozie.com. That's TERPKOOZIE.com. Instagram at Terp Koozie. We post all our events. We post all our updates. We have so many giveaways all the time. If you like glass, if you like our product, our Terp Koozies, if you like hash culture, we are, a one-stop kind of page to catch all of that content.
Nice.
Interesting. Do you guys have any limited edition new drops or upcoming releases people should be watching for?
Sure. So currently we are doing a collaboration with an artist, Noah Ross, over at OTW Glass. We made these green and black Terp Koozies. The inside of these Terp Koozies are purple instead of black. They come with a golden ticket that enters you into a raffle to win a $2,000 rig. So only the people that have bought this Terp Koozie. Exactly. We're going back to
Willy Wonka and Charlie.
The Willy Wonka days. Exactly.
Charlie, you got the golden ticket, Charlie. You've done it. You've won.
So they have a chance to win this.
Oh shit.
Cool.
Well,
I want that.
If you were wondering, feel free to put this mug on one.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
Make a ton of sales.
All right. Terp.
Well, that's sweet.
Thank you.
Is there a space or is it just Koozie, Koozie, K-O-O, terpkoozie.com? Is it no
terpkoozie.com. Terpkoozie.com. Yep. Terp Koozie like a beer koozie, but for your terpenes.
Is there a certain temperature that's too cold for your hash rosin to not work properly?
You won't get too cold. It's nice to keep it preserved. In fact, a lot of the raw material before it's pressed into rosin is all frozen, like heavily frozen. And even after it's been produced, it's stored, in almost like sub-zero degree temperatures. It's just when it gets out into the distribution, when it goes into your dispensaries, that's when you start to see a loss of this cold chain. And, that's where we're trying to make a difference.
Right.
Is that spelt right? Everything there? terpkoozie.com?
Yep. Perfect. Yep.
All right. Before we let you go, what message do you want to leave with the hash community and everybody tuning in tonight on WTHC Radio?
What methods? Can you repeat that?
What message? What message do you want to leave?
What message? Sure. It doesn't matter if you're able to articulate your words. No, I'm joking. It doesn't matter if you're able to afford that $80 gram. If you're able to afford your $10 or $15 smoke, don't worry about what other people are saying. Don't worry about what other people want you to smoke. Smoke what you like.
Smoke what makes you happy.
Exactly. Smoke what makes you happy. It's not a competition of who could smoke better stuff or who has a better anything. It's do it for yourself. Ultimately, that's why we're all into this, at least for smoking. Smoke for yourself, be a part of the culture.
Right.
I love it.
Agreed.
I want to hang out with you guys.
Come to California anytime. You're welcome.
All right, I'm coming. Yeah. All right.
Can we go to Alberto's?
I want to thank you guys so very much. I got a whole reading. I added a reading to the end to make Skunky happy, so you guys get to sit.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Man, what an awesome night. Huge love.
You ain't lying.
And massive thanks to our guests tonight. Grace, Greg, and Jackie from Terp Koozie. Thank you both for hanging out with us on WTHC Radio with our family, educating the community, sharing your story, and bringing real passion to the hash world. We absolutely
thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
We absolutely love seeing hardworking real ones creating products for the community by the community. Everybody out there listening in tonight, make sure you go support Terp Koozies. Follow them online at www.terpkoozie.com. Show them some love and keep those beautiful terps nice and chilly, baby.
That's
and
right.
of course, thank you to everybody tuning in tonight from all.
Have them on the boat.
What?
You could have them on your boat, cold. That's
You
sweet.
have them on your boat, yeah.
Yeah.
Bring them right out and put them next to your barbecue.
Sure.
Barbecue.
Absolutely.
Thank you to everybody tuning in tonight from all over the world, whether you're listening on Live 365 or TuneIn or YouTube or Facebook. We appreciate every single one of you. And don't forget, please like, share, follow, subscribe, and tell your friends, because independent radio only grows when the real ones spread the word. From all of us.
Support independent radio.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Yes.
All of us here at WTHC Radio in the green room. I am the hippie. That's my buddy Skunky. That's Greg and Jackie. We want to thank you. Until next time, keep it lit, keep it positive, keep supporting the real ones, and don't forget where you put your freaking light.
Go with keep it chilled.
Keep it chill.
Exactly. Yeah.
You guys were amazing. Thank you so much. Everybody have a great
Thanks,
night.
guys.
Love. Hippie
Thank
hugs
you, guys.
and a whole shitload of nugs. Until next time, we out.
Smoke up in the green room, smoke your worries away. In the green room, we'll